grab a cocktail. Ready? Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, friends and fans, welcome to the stage, Madison. Emily.
Tell me what it's about first.
James. Chandler. And
I get a stuffed animal.
yay!
Where's my stuff?
Yeah! Sorry, you guys are grown, so I didn't get you any presents.
Hardly.
Sorry, Emily. Sorry, James.
She was the favorite.
I just.
Oh, wow, we came out in the right order. That's crazy.
No. No, we did.
I tried to guess.
It's all about Steven. I came out in the right order.
Yeah.
Thanks guys for being here. Are you having fun at DragonCon so far?
Yeah!
Yeah.
Hi, everyone.
Look at all the cameras. This is fantastic. This is like a sea of cameras.
I love it.
This is the future.
TJ and Kelly are going to run questions for us. Do you guys want to launch right in, or do you want to tell a little something to get the day started, or you just want to jump in? What do you want to do?
I walked the floor today. Did you guys walk the floor?
Yeah.
Yeah, James walked the floor.
I walked the floor. I
Hey.
high-fived you on the floor.
What did you get on the floor?
I got a sandwich.
I got a Minecraft pickaxe.
That's what that
This is crazy. This cost $25.
is. For you? But you're a celebrity.
Then it costs like $40. Oh no, it's so funny. I bought this and then I bought that for Madison, and then they go, that's $40. And I was like, oh cool. I was like, I only have a card. He's like, oh that's fine, $40. And then he sends me the receipt, and it goes $40, discount like $4.77. I was like, oh yeah, he gave me a discount. And then it goes tax $4.77. And then, hold on, that would make sense if it was $40 even. It came out to $44.77. How does that work?
You just walked away, didn't you? You weren't like, hey, that's not right.
I was just like, he digitally sent it to me. So I mean,
So,
I can't really complain. But yeah, happy birthday, man.
Thank you.
Happy day.
Happy day. My birthday was 5 or 6 months ago. It's a little late.
Let's do this. Miss Kelly, who you got? Dun, 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 dun.
is that Donkey Kong?
What's going on? No questions.
Boom, 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 boom.
What's your question?
Oh, if we don't have questions, we could just tell them what's going on in season 3.
Yeah.
We just tell them what's going to happen in season 3.
The whole thing's a prequel. It's about
Actually, season 3.
Everyone dies in season 3.
Yeah.
That's how it is.
No, season 3 is actually 16 episodes of Karl trying to get his driver's license. It's like he's taking the written exam. He's like, this is not as easy as I thought.
The
He
first
fails.
5 episodes are like driver's ed.
He's a grown man. He can do what he does.
Yeah.
Last time on The Walking Dead, nothing happened.
No, seriously, no questions. Oh no, there's a question. Hi.
Hi! My name's Elizabeth. I've loved your show ever since I accidentally stumbled through your set at 5 a.m. Downtown on my 5 a.m. lunch break.
Oh, crazy.
My question, being an Atlanta native myself, is where have been your favorite Metro Atlanta and Georgia area places to film? I know you've filmed downtown and in Newnan and Savoy and whatnot. And also, are any of you Georgia or Atlanta area natives?
Favorite locations filmed?
I live
Who's
here.
from Georgia?
I liked filming at the Quarry. I didn't know what like city or whatever it was, but I liked filming at the Quarry because there's weird rocks there. I still have this, which is weird. It's sitting on my bedside table, I think. And it's like this circle, cylinder thing. I don't know. I don't know if it's a rock or if it's cement. It's just a little, it's like a cylinder rock. It's like heavy too. It's not like light, it's really heavy.
Tonight on Unsolved Mysteries.
I don't know what it is.
I actually second the Quarry. The Quarry is probably the most distinct place that we've shot. Other places have been like set, or as in like the stages, or just like fields, grass. But the Quarry has stuff.
Remember at the end of season 2, the very last episode, when Rick is like, he's like, you can follow me or not, the very end. That place we shot was really beautiful. There were like little waterfalls during the day. And we were there during the night, but when we got there, it was daytime. And that was actually, you can see it in the show too, that how beautiful that little area was, where we were like by the fire and stuff. But
That's where they shot Lawless.
where what?
Lawless was shot at that place.
Oh, yeah, that movie
the Wes
Lawless.
County movie. Yeah.
But that area is like gorgeous, really pretty.
Yeah, that's like a reserve place, isn't it? I'm afraid to say it because that's probably not.
It's a what?
It's like a place. I think it's a place you can like go visit. But I might be saying that, and it's like a dude's backyard. So I'm not gonna say where it is. I don't know.
The goat farm was a great area. I know that they're using it for lots of film and television.
The farm?
Yeah,
The goat farm for the
carrots are so
episode.
good. Oh, so good.
Now it's kind of popular to take written literature and mix it with like zombies or vampires. But since this is zombies, I figured we'd keep it with zombies. So if you could take an already written work and mix it with zombies, what would that work be and what would you title it?
Ooh, that's a good question. That's the Bible. The Passion of the Christ.
To watch the show versus being in the show, and I'm thinking specifically about the barn shootout because I can't even think about that too much without losing it all over again, even though I'm not watching it. So what's it like to be in it versus when you then see it later?
Well, you can definitely feel the difference with the heat, but it's just actually doing the scene, you have the energy in you, and it's just the adrenaline rush, and then it's just so much fun, and then when you watch it later on, it's like, oh, this is so devastating.
That's how I watch it too.
I don't know.
It's intense.
Yeah, that's
like
what I was thinking.
yeah, when you're in it, you get really tired because you're doing multiple takes of the same thing. And but what's so great is I think on our show, like everybody brings it 100% every time. So even if you're off camera, I've heard that on different programs, if you're off camera, people just like kind of say the lines and that's it. But for our show, people are going, like full throttle every single time. So, I remember that barn shootout, Madison coming out was amazing. And then like to have that moment sit in real life, even though you're filming it and it's staged, it was really real and it was really great. So hopefully that conveys when we shoot it. Yeah, it's not just people manufacturing tears per se.
Yeah, I don't think there was one time that scene was shot that we weren't like in awe of what was happening.
Yeah.
Just the whole process was just, and that was like a 4-day scene.
That was a
That's
4
crazy.
days.
Yeah.
That was
That's
about,
one thing that always like amazes me is you spend all day or 2 days or 3 whatever on like one scene, you're doing it over and over, and it's like this, it's kind of like consumes you for that day, and then you watch it on TV and it's so cool to see it all put together, but part of you goes like, but I feel like it should be longer somehow because like you were there for so long and then it just goes by in a flash, but it's cool to see.
for one episode, for us takes about 8 days to shoot. So that totals up to 12 hours on set every day, 13, 14 hours
Why are you looking at me?
for you guys. I'm only limited to 10 hours.
I know how to do that.
But it's like that many hours.
About 98 hours.
You guys figure it out.
98 hours. I'm actually really bad at math. You just air right and it all comes together.
98 hours.
That's funny. TJ, I just want to say if you spent more time in the house.
My name is Rachel, and I have a question for Steven. You
Yes.
always have Glenn going out to the city, down the well, like if it's a dangerous mission, Glenn is like the one they always choose. Would you do half the things they have you do on set in a real zombie apocalypse?
I'm very,
So far, so good.
what's the word? I'm very agreeable, I think, in real life. I'd be like, hey, do you want to like climb up this ladder, grab this cat, and then jump down, and then do a tuck and roll in a flame of
What are you
flaming
doing? What are
pit?
people asking you to do?
All the time. Just last Tuesday. And then at first I'm like, oh, that seems like a bad idea. Like, first of all, like the ladder, it seems rickety, so you don't even want to go up there. And then when you get there, what if the cat is not so friendly? Then you expect me to tuck and roll into a flaming fire pit?
That's the part.
That's
that
crazy.
I need a little clarity.
But then if you ask me like one more time, I'm like, oh, okay.
That just twice is all we need.
Yeah.
I'll remember
Yeah. I don't know, to be quite honest, if anyone's willing to go down a well tied by a rope to their, excuse my French, taint, and hang there while being hung above a walker, then you're an idiot. So, I mean, let's just hope there aren't people like that. Because it didn't even hit the top, water was already dirty!
Yeah, I didn't understand that. Why would we?
I know.
Just the principle of it all. I actually just say that phrase at the end of everything.
It's the principle.
It's the principle of it all. It doesn't even apply to the situation. I'm sorry if I answered your question ridiculously.
It didn't, it was fine. What's your question?
My question is, do any of you read the Walking Dead comic books? And Steven, do you know what happens to Glenn's character in
Nope.
No spoilers.
No spoilers, everybody. No spoilers, guys.
Glenn gets a
no. You didn't. You're fine. You're totally fine.
Wait, you're so kidding.
I read the comics. I haven't read really past issue 60 when we started. That's where I left off. That's all I'm gonna say.
It seems like everyone's read a little bit, at least,
Yeah.
just to get a feel of what kind of world we're living in.
The compendium
Yeah.
everybody's got.
Yeah, just because while it's not it's not technically the same exact story, it is the same universe.
Yeah.
And so, even if, I know a lot of people don't want to kind of overlap storylines in their mind and kind of get their hopes up for what might happen or might not, but...
Hello, my question's for Madison. I was wondering how much of the comics you read, and if so, were you surprised that they killed off Sophie's character so much earlier than they looked at it doing in the comic?
I read the first comic. I'm sorry, you guys, if they're a bit rough. My mom, there was one time we were at Barnes & Noble, okay? And we got like the first one or two. And she was like, all right, skip this page and like half of this page and don't read these next 2 pages. So I'm like on the 8th page and I don't know what's going on. But I did read the first one, and Chandler filled me in on what has happened in the comics. But I guess I was surprised, like, because I'm still alive in the comics, apparently. But they use Sophia's character to show their individuality from the comics and the TV show. So even the comic book readers could be on their toes, and it could be a good show for everyone. So, yeah.
Great answer.
Thank you.
Next question, sir.
All right, I have a question.
Okay, so I was wondering, do you get in advance, like how far in advance you see your scripts? And when you do, is it ever like, oh no, like Dale, oh my God, Dale's gonna die? Or if you're so ever surprised, or even if your own character, maybe you see something's going to happen and that you wouldn't have expected that your character to do, and how you handle, like if you have to stop and think about how am I gonna go about doing this or portraying that?
I think it varies really widely, because when I first signed on, they were like, okay, here's episode 3, 4, and 7. And I was like, okay, where's the other ones? And then I didn't get the last script until like the day before we were going to shoot, basically. It's kind of sporadic. It just depends on.
Yeah, you get them generally about a week before. Sometimes if if there's some sort of like rush, then a little bit sooner, or maybe sometimes it's plus or minus. But it's crazy getting them. Everybody just like, if it comes out, like you were saying yesterday, like I've been on set and they'll release the pages and we all have our iPhones there, and then we're like, hey, so are you gonna take a vacation? Shut up. Shut up right now. The episode just came out, so like, shut up, stop talking to me. And then everybody goes off and reads it and comes back, and then, oh my God, look at what happens, and you freak out. Typically, if someone's gonna go, they have the courtesy to tell them in advance. But I found out Jeff was dying while taking a crap. Like, it sounds terrible, it sounds almost like I'm making it up, but I'm totally not making it up.
This isn't the first time you've said this.
No, I haven't.
This is a story he regularly talks about.
I found out Jeff dies taking crap, and he's one of the most favorite people of mine in the world, and I found out very, very vulnerable position. I was extra vulnerable in that moment.
Did you call him?
No, that's gross.
About this upcoming season, about Karls' development, whether his character is going to be developed into a little more similar into what he's like in the comics. Thank you.
You'll definitely see a lot more. He's going a little bit darker yet. It'll definitely hint it a lot. I mean, he hasn't gone like. Well, as of the season 3 trailer, you saw me just easily aiming up a gun and shooting a zombie in the head. So he's definitely come a long way since Shane. It's been. No, don't say that. Okay. I think you can just. Karl has some awesome stuff to do, and Chandler delivers some amazing work. So I'm actually just excited for this episode.
So hey, as you're asking questions, just be aware that there are things that they can't talk about for season 3, so let's not put any heat on them, okay? Thanks, guys. TJ, with you?
Hi, I wanted to know what everyone's favorite zombie killing weapon has been.
Well, all right. Well, I've changed it a bunch of times. As a lot of you guys know, my last answer at the New York Comic Con was a flamethrower with a bayonet. And I think I'm gonna stick with that for a while. I mean, I've changed it a couple times, but I mean, I think that's cool. I like it. Plus in Call of Duty, I got them to know, so it's cool.
That's awesome. Could you imagine getting through crowds at Dragon Con with a flamethrower and bayonet?
Mine is coming up this season. See how I did that? I teased, yet I didn't tell.
Dead comic book. Does anyone on the panel read other comic books?
I read everything Brubaker. That's a smattering of applause. Nobody reads Brubaker. Cool. Well, go educate yourselves. Go read some Brubaker, primarily Daredevil. Another smattering of applause. Everybody's like, what is this guy talking about?
You're like, I'm going to Comic-Con, I'll bring you back some stuff. And then you brought back like all these comics that were just like girls with huge boobs. I was like, dude,
Oh wait, that's I gave to you?
Yeah, you remember that? You were like, hey dude, I got you some stuff. And it was just like girls. I was like, dude.
I mean, thanks. I'm happy about it.
Drenched with water and
Yeah.
their powers to just look hot.